Alright, this is the Golden Phoenix. This particular movement or posture is killer for joint mobilization. So basic principles here, foundation, structure. So my feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. My elbows are hanging just in front of my rib cage, so the arms are out at a little less than 45-degree angle, so kind of diagonal out from the ribs. My fingertips are hanging, the wrists are super loose, real loose, so it's like I'm imagining my hand is empty, just totally empty. So my fingertips are open, my palm is open, right? Focusing on the center of the palm expanding to create softness, relaxation through the arms. So the hands open up, the wrists open, meaning they become soft and air-like quality to them, so they're just hanging. My elbows soften and my shoulders soften, and then I'm softening my spine. Okay, so I'm opening up from the hand back into the midline. And then obviously the midline opens out to the hands, so both ways. It's difficult to loosen up your back if your hands are tight. That's why I like to start with the hands. So my hands are open, that opens everything up all the way into the spine. Okay, I'm sitting in like a high horse almost, yeah? And what I'm gonna do from this relaxed posture, I'm gonna hang out for a couple breaths, really grounding myself, making sure I'm not rolling out on the edges of my feet, bringing the arches down just slightly to really ground and root hard, and then stay soft. I like that. Root hard, stay soft. Okay. Taking a nice big breath, feeling the whole skeleton just hanging. The flesh is heavy and wet. That flesh is heavy and wet. It hangs off the skeleton. The skeleton is plugged in, connected to the earth, reaching through the crown for the cosmos. And then the next part of this move, the beginning of the movement, is going to be beaks. So my fingers are going to pinch in. I'm going to round through the whole arm, all the way into the spine. So I'm going to start with the beaks. The beaks are going to curl and point into the armpits. That immediately stretches the tendons and the fascia on the forearms through the wrist and the hand. So stretching, pulling the beaks in. I'm going to keep the elbows pushing out. Fingertips, the beaks are curling into the armpits. Curling, 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 pushing the elbows out, rounding the scapula. Okay, rounding the scapula, rounding through the mid and upper back, rounding almost like the heart is gonna cave in just slightly. The chest is sinking in. Beaks are coming into the armpits. When they reach maximum curve here, and I'm folded in, I got my chicken wings like right here. So I'm very active. I'm pressing the elbows out, really stretching those arms and wrists, the elbows, the joints, shoulders as well. I'm gonna pull the elbows back like they're gonna touch behind me, which squeezes the shoulders, the traps. Palms are gonna come open and they're facing up to the sky. Elbows are pulled all the way back. Belly and chest are sinking into the spine for the structural integrity. Then the palms are going to roll face forward, palm open. I'm going to press from the mid back through the arms, through the joints, pulling the fingertips back to my face, pressing out at the Lao Gong, pressing out at the palm, the center of the palm. And I'm going to press out, press out, press out, hyperextend the elbows. So I'm pressing all the way through the joint. And then letting go. Pulling in. Elbows pull back, open up, and press down. Okay, that's one variation. Then curling in, pulling the elbows back, palms rotate forward, pressing. Feel the tendons in the arms stretching out, palms pressing forward. I'm going to reach, hyperextend. Then I'm going to make beaks out in front. And now the beaks are pulling down to the ground, which is again stretching the fascia, the muscles, tissues, and tendons in the forearms, beaks. This is like a strike. So if I was going to strike with the back of my hand or my wrist, right, like that, up, and then I'm going to pull the backs of my wrists to my face, push the elbows out, stretching out the upper back, beaks pointing forward, right about in front of my face, and then I'm going to open up, press down, palms pressing down to the floor, fingertips pulling up, tongue sticks out. Feel the pull of the genitals up into the midline, up, and the tongue goes down, creating like a circuit between the genitals and the tongue. Yep, so let's do this one more time. Hanging, palms open, arms soft, joints are open and fluid. And then I'm going to make my beaks, pull them up into the armpits, roll the arms, push the elbows out, round the scapula, squeezing in the back, in the neck, pulling elbows behind, squeezing the traps, palms facing up, squeeze the traps and the scapula together, palms facing forward. I'm going to press out, pull the fingertips back, hyperextend all the way out, make beaks, pull the beaks back in, elbows point forward, and then open palms all the way down. Thank you.